Marcus is over here trying to make this lizard jump.
Pick the up.
Oh man! You couldn't talk him off that ledge?
I think swims just like a fucking alligator.
Yeah.
He,
Iguana
tried,
suicide.
Grabbing onto it.
Way to go, Marcus. Does that make you feel better? He bridged.
Yeah, he bridged hard.
Alright, so I'm tuning on the Supra, the blue Supra now. This is a car that was brought to us. It already had all of this stuff done, but the tune wasn't right. So we are going back. I had to start from a fresh tune because whoever tuned it before locked the ECU. Good job locking a bad tune. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start fresh, retune the whole car. I've already got my base mapping in it, and I'm gonna make a couple of tweaks now. We're gonna get a run out of it. This is on pump gas. I'm only running about 13 to 15 pounds of boost, so should be just north of 400 horsepower, and somewhere in that range it will be good. So let's see how she does. Shaw, cameraman.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Oh man, tell him something good. That's all I got. Was it good?
415-ish.
415-ish?
Not bad.
Not terrible.
I mean, everybody wants more when it comes to a Supra, but that's where we were expecting, so we'll hang out there for a little bit. So from Supra to Skyline, these colors are actually pretty close. They're both in that blue. This is Bayside blue. Marcus is just finishing up dual pump install on this one. How much power do you think we're going to make after this?
I don't know. 500?
500 is about right. So we're going to get this back on the dyno shortly and hopefully crack that 500 range. We also put in the Keys racing wheel, so that's pretty nice. I got keys in my R34, but this one is not suede. Mine is a suede deep dish. This one is a shallow, and it is just a leather, not suede. Still looks nice. I like it. Pretty sweet setup. This is the TO4Z setup that we did. Pretty basic otherwise. Built motor, TO4Z, Haltech, E85, the usual stuff. So we're going to turn it up a notch now that we have the dual pumps on board. And Roberto is installing some switches on the Supra.
Sweet switch.
Some sweet switch so that we can have some pop, pop,
Boom, boom.
boom, boom, bang, bang.
The Bossy Boys.
Oh, we're Jamaican now? Okay. So we got the cool switch in place. That's the two-step switch.
Yeah.
So,
I hate doing this, so like drilling holes and stuff.
yeah.
Luckily, there was a little hole there from like an old alarm system that didn't work anymore.
So it worked out.
Worked out. So we're not drilling any new holes in a Supra. So you
Nice.
don't want to drill new holes in a Supra.
Nah, it's not worth it.
Not worth it.
So we got that going. That's cranking. Of course, the NAT setup is it fired, so it's on its way. It's back to running. We'll get that tidied up. We got some pipe work to do on that, and wiring. Finish up the wiring, tuck everything up, loom it, and that should be the end of that setup. Scooter's kind of chilling. It's a rainy day again, of course. Got a little break in the rain right now, but it is looking like it's gonna be raining again. So I got a cover for the scooter that I'm gonna use. I ventilated it, but I want to use this cover in the meantime so that I can make adjustments. So I cut this hole, cut 2 holes in it for airflow, and so that I can make adjustments without having to pull the cover off every time. So that way I'll be able to make clutch adjustments and check the belt, stuff like that, without having to worry about pulling that off. I've got a new matching half of this pulley. The pulley that this one is a bigger diameter sheath. So I got the matching half coming for this. So we'll put those two together and then we'll be able to use this on the scooter, on the jog. And that should be about the end of that. Now, the next cool stuff that's going on is for the Golf. So as some of you know, this is my beloved daily driver TDI. It is now officially off lease and in my possession. So I'm gonna start doing some tuning stuff to it. It has a tune on it, and it's a very mild tune that I got back in 2015. Literally, like, the day I got this thing, I decided that I wanted a little more power out of it, and there was a company in England that helped me out. Well, good for them. They were able to get me an extra like 40 foot-pounds of torque and like 20-something horsepower. It was pretty decent. I don't even remember who it was, to be honest with you. But long story short, things have changed. So I recently rung up one of the renowned diesel tuners in the country, Kerma TDI. Their tuner, Charlie, is sending me what he said is going to be a huge difference. It's the newest, latest, greatest Phase 2 tune. All the Phase 2 emission stuff will be done. It's legit. This is not like, you know, hacking anything. So Kerma TDI's got that coming for me. I can't wait to try it. It's the latest and greatest. They call it a Stage 1 Plus. It's a pretty strong, aggressive tune for this diesel setup, and hopefully we can shred some tires. We'll see what happens. So I got that coming, and I have the New Speed torsion bar brace. So that's going to be hopefully the end of this week. It'll be here. But the torsion bar brace is what stiffens the back end. The TDI models have a torsion bar suspension in the rear. They don't have an independent rear. So they had to make room for the DPF fluid tank and a bunch of crap. So that bar is supposed to make a huge difference in the handling, stiffens it up. It already has the KW suspension on it, the coils. So that'll just round out the package, and it should make it top notch. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to get that in. And then also to round it off is engine intake. InGen makes a polymer intake box that's, in my opinion, very similar to an OEM style. It's all plastic instead of being metal. I hate metal intakes. It's the stupidest thing. I don't know why people make them. I guess easy, but I don't like them. They retain heat. They heat soak really bad, and you have to keep them clean all the time. So anyway, the polymer is going to be a real simple looking OEM style looking intake for the TDI, and so hopefully we get all those items here by the end of the week and we can play with it. So I'll check those things out with you guys. Stay tuned for that. Big things coming for the diesel. I'd like to see maximum gains out of it. Kerma is telling me that they see over 100 foot-pounds of torque extra, and an extra 45 or 50 horsepower, which is pretty huge. So really excited to see how that works out. The gains are also consistent across the whole power band rather than just down low like I was getting with this current setup. So I'm really excited to see how that works. I'm sure something's gonna stop me, but hopefully not. Let's just see what happens. Stay tuned. TDI Golf, daily driver, destroyer on the way.